2 weeks before my wedding, I got an email from our caterer. Per your request, we've cancelled your order. I hadn't made any request. My mother-in-law had. I met David at a friend's barbecue. Software engineer, quiet, the kind of person who remembers what you said 3 conversations ago. We fell in love the normal way. Slowly, then suddenly you're looking at apartments together. David's mother, Linda, was a problem I knew about going in. Retired at 60 with a pension, a paid-off house, and a firm belief that David belonged to her. She'd already driven away 2 of his exes. I wasn't naive about this. I recognised the pattern, the passive-aggressive comments, the accidentally scheduled conflicts. I guess I'm not important anymore. That kind of thing. David saw some of it. Not all. Linda saved her best material for when we were alone. A comment about my cooking here, a remark about my family there. Small enough to deny, frequent enough to sting. When David proposed, I knew Linda would try something. I just didn't expect her to go this far. Linda contributed nothing financially but had opinions about everything. 2 weeks out, I got the caterer's cancellation email. Then I called the florist. Cancelled. The DJ. Cancelled. The photographer. Cancelled. Linda had called all 5 pretending to be me. I called David. He called Linda. And she said, and I will never forget this, "Maybe it's a sign, sweetheart. If it's meant to be, you can always reschedule." She didn't deny it. She reframed it as fate doing David a favour, like she was the universe's middle manager. I turned my phone off and lay in bed staring at the ceiling. At some point he said, "We could just elope." And I almost said yes. But if we caved now, Linda would never stop. She'd sabotage the marriage like she sabotaged the wedding. At about 2 a.m, I got up and opened my laptop. Not to call vendors, to look up lawyers. The response was more than I expected. A caterer offered a discounted rate. A photographer who'd had a cancellation volunteered. In 6 days, people I'd never met helped put a wedding back together. I was on the phone 12 hours a day. I forgot to eat on 2 of those days. Meanwhile, I was also building a case. I called every vendor and asked for written statements about the cancellation calls. The caterer had saved the voicemail. I pulled phone records. Linda had used her own phone for 2 of the calls. My lawyer said we had fraud, tortious interference, and possibly identity theft. Real charges, not bluffing. She texted him a heart emoji. I stared at that emoji for a long time, but David's father hugged me afterward and said, "Don't let her win." As far as Linda knew, there was no wedding. 3 weeks after the honeymoon, she was served with a civil lawsuit. We claimed the non-refundable deposits plus emergency rebooking costs and damages. Here's the part I didn't plan. My further phone formulas is where incredible dong, but making the concept of the raise of the call, when I really want to find like. We come also well because the mother of dogment then. Maybe the turn right now, but maybe just remember the mility. Here's the part I didn't plan. The mother of the phone causes is where incredible over their many questions, the non-refundable deposits and turn refundable deposits. We claimed them that we can make in the concept and battle for way. We then respeak the way and they worked on a David Werg. I didn't plan. During discovery, my lawyer subpoenaed Linda's financial records. What he found: Linda's pension had a morality clause. My lawyer sent a letter to her former employer. For your records. I thought about the heart emoji she'd sent after destroying our wedding, and I told the lawyer to send it. 6 weeks later, Linda's monthly pension check stopped. Pending review. We couldn't stop it if we wanted to. The company reduced her pension by 40%, from about $4,200 a month to $2,500. Permanent. She sold the house, moved into an apartment. Linda showed up at our house once. David opened the door, looked at her for a long time and said, "You tried to take the happiest day of my life. You did this." She sends a card every Christmas. No return address. David reads them. He never writes back. People want to know if I feel guilty about the pension. Sometimes. She tried to cancel a wedding. She lost 40% of her retirement income forever. But then I think, she didn't just cancel a wedding. She impersonated me. If there was no consequence, she'd do it to the next person David dated. David and I are expecting our first kid in April. We're good. Whether that makes me strategic or just lucky, I don't know. But I'm not sorry. She cancelled my wedding. Her pension had a morality clause. Turns out, actions have consequences even after retirement. Subscribe. New story every day.